This is Diddy's mother getting out of the car with the blonde hair.
Diddy's a predator. Janice. Your son is a predator.
Someone is yelling, "Your son is a predator." Hello, how are you? This is Sean Combs. I have an update on what's happening in the Sean Diddy Combs case. They had a status hearing on Thursday, and I have some footage here of the family pulling up in front of the courthouse and getting out. So I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to go into the details of the status hearing. And here we go. This is Diddy's mother getting out of the car with the blonde hair.
Diddy's a predator.
Janice, how are you feeling?
Your son is a predator. Been able to speak to your son.
As you can hear, someone was yelling, "Your son's a predator," to her. And here are his children coming in a different car. And he has 7 children. 6 of them are here in this video, getting out of the vehicle. His youngest child was born in 2022, and that child isn't here. I guess because she's too young, but the rest of his children are here. So these are the twin daughters that come out first.
Did you want to send your father? Have you guys spoken to your father? Quincy, have you spoken to your father? Take care of those girls, Quincy. What do you want to say about your father? Take care of those girls. Your father?
You guys stay together.
Okay, that's the family coming into the hearing. In terms of the hearing that took place, reports have it that the family was there, and then they brought Diddy in, and he had a jumpsuit on. You know, he didn't have street clothes on. At this hearing, they said he came in and he was very happy to see his family. You know, he waved at them and he blew kisses at them, and they were happy to see him. So at this hearing, this was not a bail hearing. The bail hearing is going to be scheduled for a later date. It's an appeal that will be heard by 3 appellate judges, and they will assess whether or not Diddy can have bail. But, you know, the experts say that it's going to be very difficult to convince these 3 judges to overturn the other 2 judges' ruling that Diddy stay in jail. Also, he is still going to be held at the Brooklyn Detention Center, or the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. And his trial is scheduled to take place on May 5th, 2025, because the defense, Diddy's lawyers, are asking for a speedy trial. And that means that this is going to move pretty quickly if, you know, everything stays on track. So they're thinking that it may start on May 5th. The prosecution is saying that they're going to need 3 weeks to present their case, and the defense is saying they're going to need 1 week to mount their defense. So this trial, as it stands right now, is going to start on May 5th, and it'll probably end like June 5th, because we're going to have 4 weeks of a trial. And that's how it stands right now. But there's other issues that might derail that time frame. It appears that there is a lot of data that they collected. They've collected 96 electronic devices, 36 from his Miami home and 51 from his LA home. And then they took 9 from him when they met him at the airport. He had 9 devices on him. So altogether, they have 96 devices that they have to retrieve the data from and analyze it and then give copies of the information to the defense. So that's going to take time. Also, which may delay the trial, is that the prosecution is saying that they will probably have superseding indictments. So they're going to bring additional charges against Diddy and others, because this is set to be a RICO case as well. And a RICO case is covering a criminal organization. So I expect that they're going to charge other people with the RICO charge, and they very well may charge Diddy with more charges. So this May 5th date is probably going to get pushed back. Diddy is in a lot of trouble. This man is in a lot of trouble. And I just want to refresh everybody's memory of what this guy is being accused of. So I'm going to play the attorneys, the U.S. Attorney Damian Williams' opening statement when he presented his indictment. And this guy's in a lot of trouble.
Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
So these are serious charges against Diddy, okay? Now, in terms of the superseding indictments or the other potential charges they may charge him with, there is a lawyer in Arlington, Texas, that has taken on 120 clients that are planning to sue Diddy and others surrounding his abuse. And I just want you to hear a little bit from this attorney. His name is Tony Bagby, and he's serious.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
If the feds take on some of these clients and add to Diddy's charges some of these charges that are dealing with minors, these people were minors at the time, then that is definitely going to delay this case from May 5th, 2025. It's going to be pushed back further than that, because when you're dealing with minors, it's a whole different ballpark, okay? What Diddy is probably going to say, or his lawyers are going to defend him by saying that these acts were not forced, that he wasn't forcing anybody or drugging anybody, and these were all adults and they were doing this, these freak-offs and things like that under their own accord, that he was not coercing them. That seems to be what their defense is going to be. But when it comes to minors can't consent to have sex, especially with adults. So the whole strategy is going to have to change, and they're going to have to pretty much say it didn't happen, that they didn't have sex with Diddy or his team or his people. So that's going to be a different defense altogether for Diddy, and that's going to take more time. See, now being that he's in jail, right, there's no real reason for the defense, his lawyers, to delay the case. They want to get him out, so they're going to push for this speedy trial But if he was out on bail, they probably wouldn't push this. They would probably try to delay it as long as possible so they can get their case together, and hopefully maybe it might work to their advantage that the case would be delayed and he would be free, so there would be no real rush for him to go to trial and possibly get locked up. But being that he's already locked up, there's every reason for them to try to get him out. So he wants to push this thing so it can be tried by May 5th of 2025. Now, the prosecutor, who is the U.S. Attorney, Damian Williams, is a very competent person. It seems like he runs a very tight ship, and he has his ducks in a row. Remember, he's the same guy that prosecuted Sam Bankman-Fried, and he did that within a year. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried was in the Bahamas, and he went out there and got him and had him extradited back to New York, charged him, and in about a year, he got him convicted, and he's now serving a 25-year sentence in a year. So I don't think that they're going to be able to catch Damian Williams off guard by trying to have a speedy trial. I think he's probably going to be ready. But the only thing that could probably derail the case starting on May 5th is the election. Now, the U.S. Attorney from the Southern District, Damian Williams, was appointed by Joe Biden. And if Trump wins the election, most likely he'll pick another U.S. Attorney to take that position, which all of the presidents do. They like to put their own people in these positions. So that may delay the case because you'll have another U.S. attorney taking over, and you're going to have a change in staff, and so you would need to allocate time for them to get up to date with all the cases. So that may push the case back. But that's probably Diddy's only hope, is that maybe another U.S. attorney will get in there and maybe won't be so stringent in terms of bail and may let him out on bail, or maybe they won't be so interested in prosecuting him. But this particular U.S. attorney, Damian Williams, definitely will prosecute him, and I don't think he'll have a problem with doing it on May 5th. So that's what's happening now. I got my notes here. I think I covered everything. And so that's the update with his trial and with his status. And like I said, there was not a bail hearing, so they haven't scheduled that yet. But when they schedule that, I'll let you know. And then when they come out with a ruling, we'll find out what that is too. So thanks once again for coming by and checking me out. And until next time, as always, peace and stay safe.